Hi, welcome in. If you're in a place in your life and you're looking to figure out how you fit into this crazy world and everything that's going on, stay tuned. I was exactly where you were 10 years ago. My life fell apart in what I call my 7-year life tsunami. And if you've listened to my station, I know my hair is wild and crazy today. But if you've listening to me here on YouTube, or you're on my blog, ninazapala.com, or on Pinterest, Nina Zapala, I'm everywhere, Instagram, you'll know that the seat of what I speak of is spiritual personality typing. Here's the thing. I want to start changing perceptions on this. We've been very conditioned to believe your personality type is who you really are. It's not who you really are. Your personality type, yes, influences you in dramatic ways because it's your patterns of behaviors, your traits, the characteristics, how you show up in the world, your attitudes. So it very much influences how you show up in the world. It is not who you are. There's a big difference. That's why I'm so adamant about teaching the soul's role in personality typing. Because you are an eternal, sacred being. Your soul needs to guide you, not your personality type. But here's the thing. Your personality type is so important because it's how the soul expresses itself into the world. So your soul can't exist without your personality type. Your soul does not exist without this physical being. The problem is, we've been made to believe that our mind is the answer to everything here on the planet. And that's not true, because what happens is you starve your soul. Here's another caveat. I know I'm throwing a lot at you. Take a pen and paper out if you want. You can exist, your life can exist through your personality type only. And you can see it. It's what's going on in the world. And I'm not a psychologist. This is just my life experiences, what I've gone through, and what worked for me. What took me out of great turmoil in my life, great disruptions, great sadness, great exhaustion, great anxiety, great stress. It basically lifted me up. I went through my stuff, so there's my period of going through my stuff, and now I'm on the other side. You've got to do this, but like your personality, you can live your life based on what you've been taught, that your personality and mind is the answer to all your stuff. It's not. That's the external way of looking at life. When actually, you were made to look inward and express outward. But we're taught to look outward and express. We miss a step. We don't do any of the inward searching. That's why I want to start changing perceptions on personality typing. Because if you get really familiar with your personality type, if you start knowing what your traits are, what your characteristics are, what you need to work on, because your personality type offers you opportunity to look at what's coming up in your life, those challenges, the triggers, the stuckness, the not enoughness. Some of the other stuff though, those things, let me stop there. Those things are kind of related to your personality type. They're out of balance. They're fear motivated. So once you get yourself back in step, like back in alignment, and your personality type is healthy and balanced to the best it can be, it'll never be perfect. There's no such thing as perfect place here, because we're all on this journey, right? To keep on evolving and moving forward. So we're always going to have hiccups. There's always going to be potholes on the road in life. But once you start seeing where the potholes are, you're like, oh, I recognize that. That's one of my triggers from one of my traits. I can align with that. I can go around that and align with it instead of running through it. right? So you can align yourself with it. There's a big, big difference here. Instead of just going, oh my God, this is coming. Why am I stuck all the time? Why am I? Well, look at your personality type, because it will indicate where the stuckness is. It indicates that. And this thing is, I don't know what that is. It's my cranky lips. I thought, look, is there a bug on my lip? Sorry, squirrel. But, so you have to get into this personality type. Some of the things are going to be related to your personality type. Other things, the greater things that I think a lot of us are suffering with now: anxiety, overwhelm, depression, deep sadness, loneliness. These are more indicators of soul starvation. And what I mean by that is you've lost your connection with your soul self, your guiding light. And when that light is dim, these things populate in your life because you've snuffed out your own light. You snuffed out your own power. You snuffed out your genius, what you're here for. And that doesn't necessarily have to be a career thing. You could be working in a career, which is fabulous, right? But your energy and what you bring beyond that could be why you're here. Maybe your career is just the door opener to talk to other people, to bring them light, because you are light. And so you do that through your career. Do you see what I'm saying? So we in this society have limited personality typing to this career thing. It's not. It's so much more than a career. You're more than your career. We all know that. The Great Resignation is a big clue why everyone's waking up to that. You're more than a career. You're an external, beautiful, sacred soul that has come here to experience life in this human form. So we'll get back to something. Remember I said you can live just solely with your personality? Your soul can't live without your personality. It will not manifest in the world unless your personality type is healthy. Here's why. If your personality type is based in fear and it's overriding your soul can't connect. It can't communicate. It can't send messages from the higher realms of divine intelligence, which you're meant to get these messages because you're here to co-create with divine intelligence, which is unlimited. That is an unlimited, vast resource that's at your fingertips. It's like you can tap into this huge power grid that flows throughout the cosmos. It's connected to everything. It's connected to the trees, to the birds, to the plants, to your animals, to other people, to planets, to the oceans. You're connected into that grid if you allow yourself to be connected into that grid of beautiful love energy. So when your personality type is fear-based, led by the mind, and will only focus on external indicators to find truth, your soul can't participate. Because your soul doesn't participate with fear. It's on a different energy level. Like fear is here, and the soul's way up here going, come on, come on, come on. Come on. Please wake up. It's begging you. Like mine did. My soul was like, all right, you are not listening to anything I'm saying. And I did. I ignored so many things. I ignored the symbols, the messages, the constant pushing and forcing and unhappiness and exhaustion. I ignored all of it because I'm like, well, that's what I was told to do. If I wanted to be a success in this world, I have to be a hitter. I have to show up at the table. I have to be something that I'm not. Now, act like the agencies in New York. Just go out there and get it. And there's nothing wrong with being a New York agency. It's just not me. That's what's wrong. It's wrong when you take on a persona that is not your own, because your persona is assigned to you very specifically to align with your soul's mission. Because as I said before, your soul expresses itself through your personality type. Okay, let's just take this example. Let me think of a good example. I'm thinking of a car right now. I don't know why. So let's just go with that. So it popped in my head. So let's just say you have a truck, right? And, you know, it's a beautiful truck. This is the soul analogy. So it's a beautiful truck, blah, blah, and your truck needs tires. So you go to the tire shop and you're like, oh, I want to put on BMW tires. And the guy's like, what? I want to put on BMW tires because that's what I was told to do. BMW tires are the best. And you're in a truck. That's what we do to our personality type. It doesn't work. It's not functional. It doesn't function. It's absurd. Right? But that's what we do. We try to take on other people's personas because we think they're better than ours. They're not. They don't even work with who we are. They don't work with your soul mission. And your soul becomes exhausted because you have the free will to do what you want to do. That's a cosmic law of the universe. Free will and freedom is huge. It's a cosmic law. And you can see now the whole world waking up to their freedoms and saying, no, I'm not doing this anymore. I am done. So this is what's going to start happening now. This is what I'm so blessed to have this information channeled through me. And it was channeled through me first as a wake-up call. You know, what Brene Brown says, it's like what you suffer through most, you can teach the best, right? She says something to that effect. I'm paraphrasing, of course. But knowing what I know now, if you don't know who you are, and all of this stuff, and I'm telling you, I believe that there's going to be more and more things coming to light, which has to, because we're kind of in the midst of the grand awakening. And I know personally, going through any kind of change, you need to go down before you can go up. Just how it works. So things need to be revealed. So if you're not embracing your personality type, if you're not embracing that, if you're not willing to really look at that and know that this personality type indicates and influences so much in your life. It's not who you are, but it does influence a lot. So you have to know it. You have to know it. You know? I don't care if you're an extrovert, an introvert, an intuitive, a sensor, a thinker, a feeler, a judger, or a perceiver. You have to know these things about yourself. Because if you don't know them, and you're not solid in what they bring to your table, you're not going to get a seat at the table. Because you're going to become wishy-washy. You make a decision, but you're going to make a decision based on this external indicators that say this is where the success is. Believe me, I know it doesn't work that way. I was making, the money. I had the car, I had the clothes, I had the jewelry, all the stuff. But I wasn't happy. And guess what? I talked to hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of travelers, and they weren't happy either. They were staying at $20,000 a night resorts. They had everything at their disposal. A masseuse, a chef, beautiful villa views. I mean, everything you could imagine. Everything. Everything was catered to them and given to them, and not given to them. I mean, they were paying for it. I'm not saying that in a derogatory sense, but there was no struggle there, and they were still unhappy. And I'm like, oh my God, why are these people unhappy? And the thing is, when I started talking to them, they started mirroring to me, their choices in life. like I did. I misstepped on my choices because I didn't know myself. But when you start to know your personality, you don't misstep on your choices because you know what choices will best fulfill you. Not only do you know it from a personality type standpoint, because you're now practicing the spiritual aspects that best suit your type, so you're getting divine download messages and you're aligning them with what works best for your personality type. So, wow, power, passion, purpose. It just automatically happens. There's no textbook, there's no props, there's nothing to go by. Nope. And that's how the universe works. The universe works through you and out into the world. And everyone has a purpose. But all these guests were saying, I don't like this, I don't like this. And they did the same thing I did. They misstepped the same way I misstepped. So if these 100 travelers are doing this, I'm doing this, there's a lot more out you that are doing this. We are not asking essential questions. What am I here for? What do I really want to do? What's my passion? Beyond the conditioned societal matrix that we've all been pushed into. And this has been going on for centuries. Not just in my lifetime, but I'm sure in my other lifetimes. It's been going on for forever. But this is the time when this grand awakening is happening. This is the time to break these patterns. And this is the perfect time for you because you're in step with the energy of the universe. Because the energy of the universe is already in this step too. So now you're flowing with the energy of the universe. So you've got all that power behind you too. You always have power behind you. But now the energy is much more highlighted. And not that it makes it easier, but the energy is there for you to tap into at even greater depths and strength and levels. So on my blog this week, I'm going to be talking about, changing personality type, the perceptions of what personality typing really means. And it doesn't mean you are an ENTP. I'm an ENTP. It doesn't mean you're that. It means you have those specific characteristics, traits, behavior patterns, and indicators that influence how you show up in the world. Because if you sit there and say to yourself, like if I said I am just an ENTP, then I've put myself in a box. That's not fun. We're not here to be in a box. We're here to co-create with all there is, the co-creator of life, divine intelligence. We're here to do that. That doesn't fit in a box. It's not limited. And that's just not like your strengths and your weaknesses. Okay, beyond that, right? You're so beyond that. You're a powerful, creative being that's here with a purpose for life. And when you start putting all this stuff together, you'll go, oh my God, I can't believe this. Oh my God. And things just start happening. And the cool thing is, you guys, I'm sorry, I'm getting bit up as crap out here, of course, mosquitoes. I know, I'm sorry. But the thing is, with this stuff, you don't just figure out your purpose and go, oh, that's my purpose, because you're an evolving being. Because that one purpose leads to another purpose. It leads to another purpose. See, and that's another thing it's been perpetuated. What's your purpose? You have multiple purposes in life. You do. You just have multiple purposes. You're not here just for one little thing. That's limiting. You have to start thinking of yourself as an unlimited being. So if you want to know more, I do, it's raining out. I gotta go. If you want to learn more, I do one-on-one sessions, and I can help walk you through your personality type. And I do fun things like travel typing too, like how you show up on your vacation. And one of the things why my first book is going to be about, unpacking your personality, Myers-Briggs Takes an Enlightened Vacation, is because I feel travel is one of the best times to get out of your life and start examining your life from afar, right? And you don't have to travel to some far-flung destination. I'm not saying that. You can travel down the street. You can go walk on the beach. It's just changing these perceptions. It's like stepping back and being more of an observer while you're away than being that vanity vacationer that's like, I got to get the Instagram shot, or I want to go eat and buy, and there's nothing wrong with that. But this isn't for vanity vacationers. This is for people who want to learn more about themselves. So when they come home, or when they come home from like a trip down the street, they feel more enriched because they've noticed a nuance about themselves that I do that a lot. Let me start examining that. And it's these little things. The little things lead to the big picture, right? So that went on for a little bit, but that's okay. But I do travel type sessions too. So if you want to start there, if you want to start gingerly, we can go there. Then I do deeper soul sessions. And that's going to require, sessions, and we can discuss that as well. But they're both one-on-one. You get me one-on-one. And I get so excited when I see somebody getting this. They're like, oh my God, this is a really cool way to look at this stuff now. We don't have to look at it from some templated, stereotypical, oversimplified role or monogram or prescription of a persona. It's not what this is all about. It was never meant to be that. Your personality was just meant to be the tool that your soul uses to express itself here. It wasn't supposed to be a thing. It wasn't supposed to cloak you. And again, it's a lot of times, when I see, and it makes me sad, but I see there's a lot of separation. Oh, you're an extrovert, you're an introvert. No, not again. No. We don't want to do that. We don't want to separate. Because as an extrovert, I totally dig my introvert friends because they show me so many different aspects. Because I have introvert traits. So if you're an introvert, you have extrovert traits. So isn't it great to observe and look and see and understand instead of going, no, you're this, I'm this, we can't get along. That's bullshit. That's total bullshit. But again, it's what we've been taught. Extroverts are better at business or this. That's bullshit. Just like introverts are better than that. That's bullshit. Those are just indicators, patterns of behavior. That's what that is. They're patterns of behavior and characteristics, and they indicate how you're going to show up in the world. You're a sacred soul with an eternal life. You're going to pass from here and go to there. What I'm trying to ask, trying to get this channel to me, is like if we take our personality types with us. I don't know. I still haven't gotten an answer on that one yet. Maybe I'm not supposed to know that yet. But I do feel that there's so much to learn about the soul's role in personality typing. And I'm inviting you on this journey because I'm on the journey too. So I want us to walk hand in hand. We're all on a journey. Some people are going to be here on the road. Some people are going to be with you on the road. Some people are going to be ahead of you on the road. But we're all on the road. That's the kicker. We're all on the road. So I hope you're enjoying this. Have fun reading the blog. I'll put the links below. And I just love doing this. And I hope you guys get some value out of it because I believe it would dramatically change your life. I know it would because it did for me. This is what I used to get out of my 7-year life tsunami. It took me a while, obviously. This is what I used. But it sounds like it's going to rain again, thunder and lightning. So I'm going to get going. But I really appreciate you all. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Please like, please share. If you think somebody else could use this message, somebody that's feeling lonely or, they're depressed or they have a lot of anxiety, they feel stuck, they feel lost, you're just not connected into your soul. You're just not connected. And that's okay. It's okay for right now. But we want to get you back connected in. We want you to be part of this great awakening. Because I'm telling you, you have a ton to offer. I know you do. I just know it. It's what I've been told repeatedly. Love you guys. Subscribe, share, like, visit the blog, Pinterest, Insta. I'm out. I know I'm being crazy today. Talk to y'all later. I thank you again and enjoy your week. Bye for now. Nina.